Perhaps first of all, let's start with that Dave Allred news. It's exciting for him, of course. It's exciting for you, isn't it? You've obviously been impressed with what you've seen from him so far.
Thoroughly impressed, but not surprised. I mean, I've known Dave for a while, and he's a world-class operator. Still works with Johnny Sexton and Bowden Barrett and some key players around the world. But what he's been able to do in a short period of time for our backs has been phenomenal. But also within the coaching group. His wisdom, his knowledge has been, tremendous. Got a relatively young coaching group, and even for myself, bouncing off him, and has been awesome. But I think you just saw Harry Randall had a spiral of a 5 metre, for touch when he took a mark on the weekend. All the different variety of kicks and techniques for the players. The players are loving him, and he's obviously not a young man, but he's. I wouldn't say like grandfather-like, but he's certainly building great relationships with everybody. So we've thoroughly enjoyed him, and it was just a no-brainer that we offered him to stay, and more importantly, he was keen to stay, which is good. He's Bristolian, so he loves being part of it. For anything. At the end of the day, this competition is about collecting points every week, and 5 run off, and we got the 5, and that's the most important thing. As far as the competition goes, for us as a team, we know that we could be a whole lot better. We normally average, 35 to 40 minutes of ball and play. That game was 30 minutes, so it was relatively slow. We scored 5 good tries, but our discipline was poor. We gave away some silly penalties. But all in all, for our supporters, actually we'll just go down saying that it was another win for Bristol over Bath, and that keeps our supporters very happy. And for us, it's we move on now. We move on to the next game. We had a couple of really good days. What I loved is the intensity and the attitude coming off the back of a win. Normally you have every excuse not to be there, but we had a pretty physical session there because we needed going into this game at Wasps, where we've never won in the Premiership. Over at the Rico, we only got our first win in my time here last year, and so we understand the challenge, and so far the boys are approaching the week very well. When we won last year, we talked about it, and probably the biggest thing we get killed a lot on when we play Wasps is transition, turning ball over, and they got some excellent players, Robson, Launchbury. These guys run them really well, but they got guys that will punish you if you're not accurate in your game. So that helped us last year in our build up, and but it also helps us knowing that there won't be no complacency, because we know it's a challenge. So we don't see it as an anchor, if you like. We see it as excitement that we haven't won there. We won there in the Prem Cup and not the Premiership. So it's about going there and puts a real focus on getting our jobs and being at our best.
The squad's wise, how are you looking in terms of you escaped any serious injury, it appeared anyway, against Bath, didn't you? So are you relatively healthy? Have you got anyone coming back?
Yeah, I think it was, we've done really well, and I think credit goes to our athletic performance team, our medical team, and the coaches. The pre-season, 3 good games, tough games, and so the boys, we got our build up to contact right, and we've come out pretty well. The only guy who won't be available, from last week will be Alice, obviously as per our plan that we've mapped out right out to March. We wrote out quite a comprehensive plan with medical teams, S&C teams, coaching teams, myself and Eddie, and the England staff, and that's it. It wasn't a case of right, we want him to play. If I said that, no way. We put the plan together, and we continue to follow it. And if Alice had his way, he'd play every game. But it's the beauty, and I think the thing about home games is there's no travel for him. And that was also factored in. Doesn't need to travel to overnight. No, the plan's written out all the way till Six Nations, and we've all signed it off and we follow it. So, he won't be playing this week.